My current plan is to scale my Turo fleet from 0 to 25 cars. After that, we're gonna open a second location. Here's how I'm gonna do it. Before we dive into that though, first don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment down below, let me know where you're at in your Turo fleet journey. I'd love to see where you're at. Maybe I could help you along the way, so leave any questions down below as well. Now, I'm currently at 17 cars. If you saw one of my previous videos, I was at the auction. I bought car number 16 and 17, and that completely changed the landscape for me. I'm now going to focus primarily on going to these public auctions so I can find my vehicles and acquire them at almost 50%, if not even a little bit more than 50% of the cost I was acquiring cars for previously. So because I'm able to cut that cost basis in half, I'm able to grow the fleet a lot faster. How I'm gonna do that is just take all the extra money that I have, because currently we're living off of my video production business. I'm gonna take basically the profits that we have, somewhere around $5,000–6,000 a month from Turo, and just reinvest that right into the business and try and get to 25 cars as quickly as possible. In my opinion, I'm a little concerned. We are about 30 minutes outside of Philly Airport. So we're in a suburban town, which it's good. We don't get a lot of traffic from the airport. So because of our location, I'm concerned about flooding the market too much. I don't want to have too many cars there. I'm surprised that even at 17, there's still a demand for the cars and they're booked most of the time. So I think 20, 25 cars at most is where I feel comfortable. Not having too many because we don't want to have too much sitting here and not going out. So once I get to 25, it's time to think about looking at another location. Now, if you watched the video where I talked about how I got what I think is the best deal for parking in the world, we park at an office, we pay $500 a month. I get the office that I'm sitting in right now filming this video, as well as I get access to the parking lot where it's kind of a don't worry about it. And all the cars are parked there. Usually we never need more than 2 or 3 spots anyway, but there is time when a lot of cars come back and then 3 hours later they go out. So there may be 6 or 7 cars sitting here for a few hours. Usually overnight though, it's only like 2, 3 at most. But the owners of this building have a bunch of other commercial buildings. And the reason why I thought this was so good is because I know commercial real estate is hurting even more than residential real estate. You look online, you can find offices everywhere. I knew I could get a good deal on an office. But if you want a parking space, you'd have to pay $200 a month for one parking space. Well, I got the lot plus the office for $500, so go figure. That's the way to do it. Now, because these people own multiple office buildings, I know they own one near Newark Airport, and that's our next location. We're looking to go closer to Newark Airport and establishing a fleet there. We try to stay in areas where economy vehicles will be more popular. So Newark and Philly seem to be good areas where economy cars are always in demand. People need to get to and from work. They don't need an exotic car or BMW, whatever. Even if I was going to do that, those areas I'm sure have clientele for them, people flying in for work. They want like a fancy black on black Beamer or Mercedes or something like that. It's not a good enough business for me. I'm not willing to take that risk because I have to lay out a hell of a lot more capital. Could be 8x what I pay for a regular car, and it's going to make maybe 30% more. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So I prefer to stick with the economy models. So we're looking at going to Newark. I know within 30 minutes of Newark Airport, the same people that own this building have another building, and because they already know about our business, it'll be a lot easier. We won't have to negotiate as much. It'll just be, hey, can I find the same thing over there? That's what we're looking for. If so, great, we sign the papers, we're ready to go. Now, before we do that though, one of the main things I want to focus on is making sure that everything here at Ground Zero is optimized and running as smoothly and efficiently as possible. Right now, we're pretty close. We have cleaners, we have a mobile mechanic, we have relationships with a bunch of different places. I know where to get the cheapest tires, I know where to get the best deal on oil changes, I know how to get somebody to go there when I'm not here. But it still requires a little bit of my time because if somebody can't make it, I still have to figure it out. So once I figure out how to remove that last step completely to where I don't have to be there at all, then it's as simple as wash, rinse, repeat. Let's just start loading cars and throwing them over there, have our systems in place, and we're ready to go. Because the one thing I don't want to do again is basically have to keep traveling back and forth to Newark from much further away to just go there and clean a car and take it down the street to zip it through a car wash. Because that's like, we could hire somebody to do it for 20 bucks and I've got to spend 3 hours of my time to go there, wash it, and then drive back. It's just not worth it. So we want to make sure that that's all locked in, ready to go. I do have some friends and colleagues from various industries that I've worked in up there who are also Turo hosts, so we may start by having them co-host the second location just to get it off the ground, because the downside is paying for an office and all that other stuff is a little expensive if we only have like 1 or 2 cars. Chances are we're probably going to have to go there with like 10 cars right out the gate for it to even make any money or break even. So we want to make sure that all of that's taken care of before we make the jump over there. But I'll keep you updated along the way. That's just a plan of how I see the future. What we're really thinking long term is eventually to have 4 locations, 25 cars at each location. Once we hit 100 cars, our net profit should be somewhere around $300,000 to $400,000 a year, maybe even better. And the goal of that is going to be to sell to private equity. I've heard recently that private equity is very interested in Turo fleets because it has a massive ROI. So if we're able to sell the actual asset of the cars plus the business at a revenue model, maybe they give you like a 3 or a 4x multiple. You're talking like, say, close to $1.5 million plus the value of 100 cars at whatever. You may be exiting from like 1.8 to like $2 million for a 100-car fleet. My plan would be to sell that and then probably just pick some random place somewhere else, buy 5 brand new cars cash and just rent them out and have like a little bit of income plus parking that money off to the side. Or maybe I just keep the business and grow it to 200 cars, 500 cars. I don't know. I'm just thinking of all the different options, but I want to be able to grow towards all of those goals so that way all the options are open to us. It's definitely something to keep in mind if you are entrepreneurial in your pursuits. But as you know, the core pillars of the channel, health, wealth, and freedom, I would be going against my beliefs if I tried anything but that. So leave a comment down below, let me know what you think. Otherwise, my name's Brandon, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.